everyone. I am Melinda NailFanatic, and this is your March 2018 monthly tarot for the sign of Gemini. It will apply for Sun, Moon, Rising, Northern Node, whatever aspects of your chart that you know how to interpret for yourself. Feel free to use this reading in that area of your life, okay? And go ahead and check out the website for details on our Love, Peace, and Happiness retreat. It's 3 days of high vibration, energetic exposure to different experiences, different awareness, and different techniques that we can apply in our life to empower ourselves. It's all about empowering ourselves and one another energetically. So check out that information there at LPHtarot.com. Anyways, there's so much for you there, so go check it out. Let's get started with the reading for the sign of Gemini, okay? So whatever aspects of your chart lie in Gemini, we're going to start off with the Carolyn Miss Archetype deck. Everybody's reading is coming out different. Each zodiac sign is a little bit different. It's the same format, but different use of the cards. And so go ahead and for March 2018, this one, the main energy is victim. It says the light attribute prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. So this is really interesting because here we have a lady who's sitting in a position where she is very protective of herself. She's protecting her body. She's protecting her energy. She is caressing herself. She is allowing herself to be the most important thing that she is focused upon right now. And so that's very empowering. Now, this is also somebody who in the past used to allow themselves to be the victim, whether it was for play for gain and manipulation, or it was because they just didn't know any better. Now you're getting into this position where you don't allow yourself to be victimized, and you don't utilize your energy to victimize others either. And so let's see how this is going to play out in your life. We'll touch on finances and we'll touch on romance as well on this energy, okay? So let's see what wants to come out for us. Gemini, I do feel like there's going to be some decisions that you are being called to make this month. And they're going to have to do with, do you want to allow yourself to go back into the cycle and the circle of victimization again? Okay, so over here we'll talk on finances. Over here we'll talk about romances. And whatever's at the base will be our spiritual message. And I'm being shown to use the flashcards for this portion. So let's see what comes out of the flashcards for you, Gemini. All right. One more shuffle here, then we'll spread them and see which card we pull for you, Gemini, okay? All right, here we go. This one. The 3 penguins is coming out for you, Gemini, in regards to finances. Now, in regards to romances, we have the 8 cats. Now, at the bottom of the deck, as far as the spiritual underlying energy that's supporting all things, we have the tree and the letter T. I'm hearing with the blue T, speak your truth, spit your truth, tell your truth, honor your truth, work within your truth, and what have you been grown to see? What have you been grown to embody? What have you learned through your life's training? Life has trained you something. Life has taught you something. What is it that you learned through your life? What have you learned naturally through the years that you've been on this earth living in this journey? And in regards to finances, Gemini, it looks like you're getting some guidance on cooperation, working with others. You're getting a go signal that's going to allow you to express yourself in a way where you know that you are empowering yourself. And for somebody out there, Gemini, you're being brought to a place of joy behind a situation where you previously felt victimized. You felt like somebody either inserted themselves into where they didn't belong, or they took advantage, or they literally just took from you. But you're being brought to see that, you know what, all that was on your journey to lead you to another level, a higher level. And you're seeing the path forward out of that mentality. There's something in you that attracted the situation that made you feel that you were victimized. And so now you're seeing the guidance, you're following the guidance to help you out of that feeling, out of that situation. Okay. In regards to romance, with the 8 gray cats here, I feel like romantic energy is picking up for you. And I also feel like intuitively you're being led to deflect any place or person from your romantic love life that would bring in an energy to you and present you with anything that would make you feel victimized. So if anybody is playing manipulative, if they're not in line and in harmony with your goals, if they're not trying to offer something that really works for you, rather than allowing yourself to go through it and feel like you are a victim, once again, now you're choosing to not allow yourself to open up to that. And you say, I will open up when it feels right. If it doesn't feel right, I understand that my feelings, my intuition are letting me know that there's something here that's not in harmony with my highest, lightest, and brightest good. So this is the ultimate expression of you trusting your emotional guidance system in your romantic life and your intuition in your romantic life. I feel like you have different individuals approaching you, and you can pick up intuitively on their intentions. Is this person genuinely interested in who I am, or are they only here for something that they feel that I can offer them? Are they somebody who has the same goals as far as relationships go in the first place? Okay. So spiritually, you're in this place of growth in regards to honoring your boundaries, honoring your standards, in standing up for yourself. You're standing up for yourself in a way that is fairly new to you, that you had not previously been in the mindset of honoring, because there was something in you that was feeling codependent, even if you didn't realize that that's what it was. It was a codependency that allowed you to sit yourself in situations where you were victimized. But now you see how it's up to you to follow the signs and the intuition and the movements and the way that you're being guided, so that you can end up in a place where you can bypass all of that. Let's see how this is playing out in your life. We'll use the Radiant Rider-Waite for some clarification and see what stories come out. Let's look at finances. Why is this 3 penguins here in regards to the victim card in the center? Okay, our first card out is the Empress, another 3. The Empress says you are in a very abundant, creative period in your financial life. The 8 of Cups coming out next lets us know that you are moving on to something that's more fulfilling than where you had been, with that guidance of the 3 penguins, things coming together. And the 8 of Wands here gives you a message of 3, 8, 8, 3, 33, and 88. Those numbers may be very important for you. And we have another 8 here, so it's 33 and 888 as well. And so I see here with you having the Empress, the 8 of Cups, and the 8 of Wands on top of the 3 penguins that are pointing to this victimization. I feel like you're going to be moving on really quickly. And so for some of you, there may be a Taurus person that you walking away from a business deal with, or If you're a gentleman in particularly, maybe there's a Taurus woman who was in your life and you had to walk away, and you're just making your finances more important right now because it feels better. And so I feel like in addition to finances, you're also like focusing more on your physical health and well-being, and you're letting that be something that really works well for you. I do feel financially, because you're choosing to do the things that lend to your own prosperity, and you're following the guidance that you're getting and the signs that you're seeing. And the number 3 is so profound because even with the 3 8s on the table, it makes a third 3. Okay, so I don't know if you follow my seeing of the patterns, but the patterns are here. So look up angel numbers 33, 333, 88, and 888. Look up those angel numbers. Joanne Sacred Scribes is a great website to use for that. There's some messages there for you in regards to your financial life. I definitely see great prosperity and abundance that's coming into you so fast, Gemini, because of the way that you have withheld your own and honored your own standards, your own boundaries, what works for you. And with the 4 of Pentacles, this is affecting your home, your where you live, how you live, your stability, your family life, okay? So your family also may be a part of what you have had to protect yourself from. Maybe there's some family members that were taking advantage of your financial position, or maybe you don't even have great financial position, but they kept coming around. And so you decided that, you know, I'm going to let that go and I'm going to focus more on what I need to do to grow. And that's working well for you. Because even in this process, you had to let go of some things that you really valued. Some people that you were emotionally attached to, some friends maybe for some of you. You had to let go of some things that were really part of your heart. And you didn't walk away. I don't feel like you walked away pissed off. I feel like you walked away and you left it with a blessing. And because of the way you handled yourself in the whole situation, because I don't feel that you deserved to be treated the way that you did. I feel that there was some sort of inability to see, is what I'm hearing from the person that you were involved in, or the situation you were involved in. Sometimes when you're on the leading edge with your idea or with the way you portray yourself, if you're coming from a higher dimension of feeling, others can't understand. They can't understand certain things about that. But in regards to finances, again, finances are looking really good. And I feel like you're going to be quickly moving on to something even greater. I feel like very soon there's going to be a great partnership in the making for you that's going to allow you to have more stuff to hold on to. And it's because you have you've built a stability in your financial vibration of your own. And where you felt like you didn't have enough, you're quickly coming into enough. Where you felt like you had to hold on to every little penny that you were making, you're coming into a place where you're going to see that money comes in with ease and grace if you've been doing this work. If you haven't been doing this work, then it's asking you, in order to find the prosperity and abundance that you're being guided to, that is available on the table for you. It says you have to let go of the ideas of lack and limitation and get into the flow, because money is energy. It is in a flow. And when you try to stifle it and hold on to it too tight, you stop its flow in your life. And so this is about you getting more in harmony with the flow, the financial flow that's available for you now and always. And changing your home life. Some of you may actually be moving. Some of you, somebody out there is concerned for their wife, and so you're going to change. You may start working from the house. You may start delegating some of your responsibilities from your business or your job to others to handle, so you can be able to take care of this spouse of yours that I feel like is pregnant, and maybe there's some concerns with the pregnancy, and you know that it will be a success and the baby will be born healthy, but there's some changes that have to be made. And so you're working with your spouse to make sure that this happens. And so that's having a bit of an effect on how your finances are flowing. But you're working with others to accomplish the goal. And you know everything's gonna be fine. I also see somebody here who is doing very well off, and you have blocked somebody out of your life, and this person is somebody you're going to find out that they could use your help. There's a person in your life who can use your help, and you're going to emotionally be guided to be of aid to them. And when you do this, you'll do it in a higher mind way. You won't do it with a expectation of anything. You will do it because it's in your heart to do it, and it's in your hand to do it, and so you'll take the action. And so you may be spending money to travel to help somebody move. You may be going and speaking to somebody or working with somebody, helping somebody with rehabilitation, exercising with somebody, teaching somebody some of the tricks to finance that have helped you be more abundant, some of the techniques that you've used and some of the mental shifts that you've gone through that have led you to more abundance. And if you're not doing the teaching, then this person is in your realm who can teach you. There's somebody who can teach you about creating opportunities for wealth, and it's going to take you to a better place. Okay, so now let's get into what's going on with romances. What's the story here for romance for Geminis for March 2018? Let's see, what's the story that wants to come out of these cards? We have so far in romance the 8 intuitive cats. And the 8 was letting me know that you were having opportunities to deal with different people. And also the gray cats were letting me know that you're intuitively filtering through who you allow to be in the presence of you. We have the 3 cards coming out here. We have the Devil, we have the 3 of Cups, and we have the King of Swords. So I feel like there's a relationship that has been, again, the word codependency comes up, and it also comes out that this is mainly a sexual relationship, and you may get together and have some drinks with this person and celebrate a little bit with this person. You may enjoy some pleasure with this person, but then you'll find that this person is, especially if you're a woman, you'll find that this person is going to basically turn very cold. They're going to not really be there emotionally. They're there to accomplish their goals. And so intuitively, you're being led away from people like that, because you say, I'm not even willing to look in the direction of people who are codependent, who are only here for fun. I mean, fun is great, but you want a relationship. You don't want to be involved in somebody's cycle of playing games. And so you're not interested in people who only want to deal with you and take you out and get you drunk, or people who only want to get drunk with you type of energy. So, hold on a second. All right, sorry about the shakies, YouTube. So King of Swords energy is saying, for some of you, this person may be a Capricorn or a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or they're actually just somebody who it's just a sexual attraction. It's a lusty type of relationship that's being put on the table. They probably are dating several different persons, and so you will put a stop to it. You're saying, this isn't working for me, because for me, I am a person who is of commitment. I like commitment. This is not a committed type of relationship that's being presented. This is a very much, let's just sleep together and see whoever we want energy. And you say, that doesn't work for me though. I'm going to follow my intuition, and I'm going to prevent myself from letting myself be victimized by others or victimizing others. So also there's energy here. If you're a Gemini, you're like, I am not the person who, because this is Gemini card here, this is you holding to your truth, right? And you say, I'm not the person who's interested in just frivolous, fun, one-night stand type of relationships. I'm a person of commitment. This is how I am. So intuitively, I will move on. Also, there's a Gemini person out there who feels like they are feeling a little bit victimized. Somebody's living the shadow attribute here, where they're are allowing themselves to feel victimized because somebody honored their boundaries. And if that was you that honored your boundaries, then you shouldn't feel victimized. That's an empowering move to make. That's a power move. Only people who are in touch with their true self make moves like that. So if that's you, Gemini, be proud of yourself and understand that you have more stuff coming in for you. So any victim mentality, any speak that you've been having going on, if somebody did something to you in the past, it's really time for you to stop telling that story unless you want to continue to relive this story. It's time for you to focus on, and especially in your own mind and in your expectations from the people that you interact with around you. Okay? Because telling that story will recreate it. Every time you tell that story, you write it back into your life. And you give it power, and you feed it with the oxygen that you breathe and the energy that you feel. Especially if you get angry when you tell the story. If you tell this story about how you were victimized and it pisses you off every time you tell it, yet you continue to tell it, you're building into that etheric cloud that will manifest in your life through another experience that matches it. So it's an important time for you in regards to romance to stop telling the story of victimization. So your ex cheated on you in the past. Your ex cheated on you, and now you're blocking out your heart, and that's all you can talk about is how this person cheated on you. If that's your story right now, I'm going to tell you right now, your soul is guiding you to empower yourself and stop telling the story and figure out what were the blessings. What did you learn from dealing with this person? What were the signs that this person was going to be this way? There were some inklings on your intuition. Your intuition got tickled. What were those tickles that you ignored? How can you pay more attention to your intuition? Because your intuition is guiding you in regards to romance. Okay? So, empower yourself. You don't have to be anyone's victim. Being a victim is always a choice. And it's a choice that we make because our intuition is guiding us, right? And also, there's some times where maybe, even though the intuition guides you, you feel pulled to go that way anyways. If that's the case, then there is a really strong lesson within it for you. So take the lesson. Pick the situation apart for the blessing, because once you find the blessing, then the lesson is complete. Okay? So now, here, let's pull a Journey of Love card for Gemini for March 2018. Let's see, what's the Journey of Love message for Gemini for March 2018? This one here. We have the Temple. Look at this card. I really like this illustration because if you can see it, it's like one light being here meeting another light being here, but there's all these light beings surrounding. So I feel like you have, first off, you're very much into your spirituality right now. And second off, I feel like you have a great crowd surrounding you of ancestors and loved ones who are supporting you in your life right now. I feel like as you choose to honor the divine energy of that which is all things ever in existence at any time and place, and you honor the part of you that is connected to that, it takes your life to new levels of attainment, of accomplishment. And there's so much available to you right now spiritually. I feel like you have a great spiritual awakening that you're in the middle of, and it's been a long road to get here, but you're being presented with a teacher, I feel. And I don't feel that this is a physical human teacher. So some of you who are connected in that way, who personify spirit in that way, may meet a spirit guide. Others of you are just going to start receiving downloads and epiphanies, and you'll know that it's a spiritual source from which you receive it. And you'll feel the guidance and the pulling on your heart, and you feel the connection with the universe around you, because you realize that you, in effect and in the long term, you are the temple. You are the temple. And this is through the honoring of the divine part of yourself, through honoring your own boundaries and your own standards and empowering yourself. And that's the place that you're being brought to. This is card number 59, and 5 plus 9 equals 14. And 14 is the temperance card in the traditional tarot. So this is asking you to be patient with yourself as you are learning new spiritual things and alchemizing energy in new ways. You're actually in the creative process of building some energy in your life that is new to you. It's something you have not known before, but it's saying be patient. Any uncomfortability that you have in your life right now is evidence that you're in a place that you've never been before. And by no means are you at the destination. This journey is not over for you. You're going to keep going forward. You're going to keep being in the new place, and you're going to keep on experiencing this energy of uncomfortability every time you expand through new levels of awareness and consciousness and connection with your divine self, and the honoring of your connection and your boundaries. And let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We have here the cloak. Exactly. I love it. It's card number 50. And also, that's awesome that I forgot to say 1 plus 4 equals 5, because here 5 plus 0 equals 5. So another number message for you would be number 55 to check that out. But also, with this level of awakening, things are being revealed to you that like never before. First off, you're blessed and protected through all of the changes. 5 is about change. 5 is about the halfway point from here to there. 5 is about taking a rest to sit and see and sift through the evidence that is being shown to you in your life and decipher which way you want to move forward, because you may not want to move forward in the same way that you had been moving forward previously. And so with your new understandings, your new awareness, all this awakened energy within you of receiving downloads and new understanding coming to your conscious awareness, you're protected through all these changes. So I feel even where some people have seemingly fallen off, you have a whole crowd of people, a tribe that is being attracted to you at this time as well. And I also feel like new things are being unveiled for you. And so you're actually, I'm getting at the sunset of one lifestyle, one way of existing, and you're quickly moving into this new way of existing. It's more in harmony with nature. It's more in harmony with honoring your boundaries and being very in tune with yourself. So I feel like you've even been through some very emotional situations where you may find yourself sitting alone and crying and holding yourself and comforting yourself, and that's okay. And when you are okay with feeling down, that's how you put your foot down to raise your vibration. You can't get where you're going without acknowledging where you're at or where you've been. You have to know where you're at so you can know which direction to drive to get where you want to be. And so this is you, even if you're feeling down lately, this is you using that as a grounding point to move forward, understanding that you're protected, that there is no loss in the divine mind, that nothing can be taken from you. You can give it away, but even if it's physically removed from your presence, if somebody steals something, there's no loss. The energy of spirit will always fill that vacuum. But what is it filling with? Are you knowing that you're blessed and safe and protected through whatever victimization you had been through in the past that has led you to the place where you say no longer, where you say now I protect my own interests first, because it is my job to protect my own interests before I protect the interest of the others. And then in doing that, I'm actually protecting the interests of the others. Okay. Let's see what other messages we have for Gemini. We're going to use the wisdom of the golden path now. So what's the wisdom of the golden path messages for Gemini for March 2018? This one wants to come out before I can even spread them and pull one. We have the field of dreams. So with that card, first off, there's a lot of green chakra energy, heart energy, love energy in that card. And the lady is like sitting on a lily pad and she's raising up. You could tell she had been laying in the water. She had been floating in the water. And she's even been floating in the water so much that some of the natural vegetation has grown onto her and is clinging to her. And so what this is saying is you've been floating on your emotions. You've been in flow with your life. And while you've been in flow with your life, you've connected more to your natural energy. You've connected more to the world around you. And in that, you came up with some ideas that you would like to carry out. And it says, now I know what to do to attain this dream that I see coming through. And so you sit up. You're getting ready to stand up and take action on that which you had been dreaming about. So what is that? Is that allowing that love energy to flow more freely? Is that you allowing yourself to engage romantically with another? Is that you saying yes to a class? Is that yes being more of a spiritual practice? Is that yes being you allowing your arts to flow from your heart? Allowing your heart to inspire you to action. What is that action that your heart is inspiring you to? As you've been in a resting period, something was being grown within you, and it's calling you now to get up and move and act in harmony with it. The bottom of this deck is the emotions. And what did I say? You're sitting with your emotions on the flow. And so water is all about emotions. So it makes sense because this lady was floating in the water, floating in her emotions, going with the flow and staying on top of the emotions. The base of this is emotions. I feel like you've been through a very emotional period. You've had some loss. You've had some situations where you felt like things weren't working for you. And now you're ready to get up. You allowed yourself to find your blessings in it and your power in it. The red circle wants to show itself, so we're going to honor that. The red circle is there to say this is your root chakra energy. So this is something around your home life, your family life, pets, children, parents, friendships, stability, your finances. Okay? You're allowing your emotions to run their course and come full circle. And since you've done that, you are ready to get up and take this action, okay? You're ready to get up and follow the inspiration that's being born through you, okay? Now let's see what is the message for Gemini from, oh goodness. Okay, I guess that's your message, Gemini, from the Psychic Tarot from the Heart. Those cards want to talk to you, okay? Let's see what they want to say. We have the Confront card, number 18. This is the moon in the traditional tarot. And this is John Holland Psychic Tarot for the Heart deck. The moon here is telling me that there's some things happening between this full moon on March 1st, 2018, and the blue moon, which is the second full moon of March 31st, 2018. There's some major things coming up from you that you're going to face. And let's see with these two, what is it? We have the Observe card. That's the Hangman. That's the Observe card. And then we have the Seek card, number 9, and that is the Hermit. And so let's see what are the messages for Gemini in regards to the Seek and Observe. Okay. I feel that there's some things that you have been waiting for, and that some solutions that you've been looking to understand. So there's a period where you have chosen to go solitary, hermit mode, on your own, inner reflection, looking at yourself as the source of how things are happening and changing your perspective, receiving the downloads, the epiphanies, and the ideas from your inner self, from your higher self, from your intuition. And with this moon, with these moons, I feel like even both of them, you're going to be receiving some strong downloads that you were praying for. You don't necessarily have to be out under the light of the moon if you can't get out or if you can't stay awake and all that stuff. Understand that that moon is working in your behalf, and it doesn't matter where you physically are. It's still shining on the planet that you are residing on at this time. So it's still having an effect for you. So don't be worried if you have to work on the full moon and you can't be out and see the moon, or if the weather's not clear, or if you can't stay up, or whatever it is. Don't worry about none of that stuff. Understand that these moons are bringing completion to your life. And here we have 1 + 8 = 9, and here's a 9 also. So it's definitely letting me know that you're going to, some of you will even receive a messenger through your dream. Through an important dream that you're going to have, you are going to receive some guidance that you had been asking for. And you were waiting for this. But for a lot of you, this is an epiphany. This is an understanding of a situation that you've been waiting to move forward on, but something, for some reason, there was a holdup and you just never could understand what the holdup was. Well, guess what? You're getting your answers. You are getting your answers. And you're doing the right course of action. This is, again, somebody who's not so much looking externally for the information. They're not so much looking externally to depend on others. This person, whoever you are, you're very self-sufficient, and you know that if you just study your own self, that's where you find your solutions and your answers. And that's where you can get to this place where you actually move the energy along in your life. But you know that where you're at, and if you don't know, you'll know now, where you're at is the perfect place for you to be, because the work that you're doing internally is very, very important. And it is a major factor in how you're going to move forward. So let's look at the words of clarity. What are the words of clarity for Gemini for March 2018? Thank you, thank you, thank you, Love Source God. We absolutely love our brothers and sisters of humanity, and that's why we do this all the time, because we love embracing and empowering their highest, lightest, and brightest good for their overall love, peace, health, wealth, and happiness. Guys, go check out the information on the retreat. See if it's someplace you can be. Respect is here. Again, with the victimization card, you're in this place where you're looking at where are you getting respect? Are you respecting your own boundaries? Okay, and then payoff is here. And then the bottom of the deck is positivity. Look at that. Okay, so what is the message here for Gemini? Well, the respect you're showing yourself and the respect you exacting from those who would be a part of your world is paying off for you. It's working out well for you. Your positive energy of knowing, hey, I am worthy and I am deserving of being treated in such a beautiful way. I am worthy and deserving of wealth and positive abundance, financial flow, and I am worthy and deserving of having easy, happy, effortless financial increase. And your positive viewpoints are growing all that for your finances. And in your romances, you're saying, I intuitively know and I follow my intuition to receive that relationship that feels like the reward for my self-respect, to accept it. And so, although the person may be awesome, if it doesn't feel right to me, I pass. And I continue forward because I know that my payoff is on the table, and I know that it comes to me through the respect and honoring of my divine self, my worthiness, my beauty, my love, my value. And I know that now. And because I know that and I respect that, things are working out better for me. things are working out more in a way that is conducive to positivity for me. And I'm replacing and shifting a bunch of paradigms in my life. So wherever this video applies to your chart, you're changing your life through this positive energy. Let's get one more card for you from the Fairy Dust deck as a closing message for you, Gemini. Fairy Dust cards, what are the message? Okay. Oh my gosh, I wanted one more. Really? Oh my gosh, I have 4 cards for you. I'm sorry, I can't. I can. We have release. We're going to take these 2. Release. Sometimes the only thing to do is laugh or cry. It's up to you. You can release great energy through laughing and crying. And sometimes it's necessary to cry to get to the place where you can laugh. So release this energy of being a victim and embrace the empowerment of the self. What's the other card? Turquoise. A turquoise crystal is color blue. Its healing magic works on you. This card showing up lets me know that you're totally healing your life. And if you work with crystals and you would like to, or colors, you can wear the color blue, wear turquoise jewelry, wear turquoise colored items. Surround yourself with bits of turquoise for the month of March. Turquoise is a powerful color for you, and it is working its healing magic on you, whether you wear it, own it, or utilize the color or not. That's the energy in your life. You have healing going on. As you release, you allow yourself to heal. I'm hearing show the bottom of the deck. I say, okay, the bottom of the deck is support. There is always help around. When you ask, it can be found. So, Gemini, you have great support. Like I said, your ancestors are there. Love, source, God, spirit, energy is there. Whatever name you want to personify it as, Allah, Jehovah, God, Lord, Jehovah Jireh, whatever name you like to use, Jah, whatever name you like to use, that energy and the energy of all your ancestors that led up to your unique genetic pool are coming to you now in support of whatever it is that makes you feel empowered. And so where you feel like new urges to act different, respond differently, that's awesome, because this is you embracing that energy that the universe and love source God and your ancestors and your spirit is bringing you to. So empower yourself, victim no more. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on to this channel, because every day I'm giving a free reading on YouTube and Facebook, and somebody in the audience is always going to win a free card reading with me here on this channel. And so go make sure you're subscribed, like, follow on Facebook, subscribe and tap the bell on YouTube. And I really look forward to reading your comments. Where this reading resonated for you, share it, like it. If it helped you, share it with somebody, because these energies are meant to be shared. That's why they're coming out, and that's why I'm inspired to do these things. So I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you, and I will be back with the next reading. Again, like I said, I started with the sign of Pisces, and I'm working my way around to Aquarius, and we'll get them done as soon as the videos upload and we can get through. And so go check out my website at LPHtarot.com. That's LPHtarot.com, as in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course me and mine. Until next time. Okay. Love you, boy.